Okay, I guess this is recording. I was going to say something about like a job at the end of the day should only be there only insofar as it allows you to like live your life, because I mean, for the most part, it takes away all your time freedom, for me, location freedom, and autonomy and all that stuff. So it's like, if it's not gonna add on to those things, or if the quite inverse, if a job's gonna take away from your life in addition to your time and everything else, and it's like, what's the fucking point at that, in that regard then? And another thought I just had too as well is like, I was just putting on some socks and I've like lost track. I think I had like 6 pairs of these like Nike socks I've had since 2022 or whatever. And then I think I bought another pair last year, 2025. I don't know if that was second or third. And I don't know if I lost a couple or I threw a couple out or something. And then I just bought another pair recently. And it's like $30. I don't really think about it now. I mean, I'm kind of considering, because I'm not working. So obviously I have to be a bit tighter with my money, et cetera. That's a whole other topic about time, money, inversion, everything else. But it's like, and how much you really need versus how much you spend, et cetera. Like, because at the end of the day, you really don't need that much to survive, of which by design, they're making it the inverse. It's like they're making it harder on baseline default to survive, be that rent, cost of living, everything else. And then furthermore, forcing you to work a job. And then when you work said job, it builds up a whole spectrum of meaninglessness, of which then creates a case for consumption, of which only furthers the case for meaninglessness, because it only furthers you or further traps you into that said job, etc., of which you wouldn't need had you not the debt and everything else in the first place that you otherwise would need had you not that job and all the rest. But it's like, so my whole like analysis or pairing is like, you work a fucking job, creates meaninglessness, a sense of meaninglessness in your life, of which you try and solve or fix or whatever, resort to through means of consumption, through consumerism, which it'll never fill by design, right? Consumerism is a perfection of slavery. So then you just buy shit. Again, the whole thing of Tyler Durden's thing, it's like people buy shit they don't need with money they don't have to impress people they don't like, and all the rest. But anyways, even more than that, it's like, yeah, so you work a job, it creates, again, this case for, or rather, it creates this void of meaning in life, of which you try to solve through consumption, of which, again, by design, never will. And then through consumption, actually only furthers the meaninglessness, not only because through, whether we talk about like Schopenhauer's the will and the never-ending drive and desire to consume shit, whether it's consumption of goods, commodities, food, sex, desire, all that shit, it's never-ending, of which, in my opinion, kind of creates a case for minimalist maxing and all the rest. But anyway, so through consumption, again, by design, it'll never fulfill this void of meaning, of which is created from a job. And then you use the money from that said job absolutely fucking rinsing you. So you've now been rinsed of your time. And technically speaking, you also get rinsed of your fucking money as well. Like, if you have any bit left, which I talked about in previous videos, like in most scenarios you don't. So you're kind of like chasing this never-ending goal of like buying something or buying some shit or attaining some shit, etc., of which the system by design makes it harder to do, because they're rinsing of whatever fucking money, goy bucks you have left, having just fucking slaved all your time in life at that. And so, anyways, whatever money you have, like I said, and then I just lost my train of thought there. So the whole thing was like, anyways, back to consumption, I guess. So whether you go into debt, of which forces you to keep working said job to pay off the debt of which you wouldn't have had you not that job in the first place, or if it's not debt, some sort of subscription, which is kind of a debt, but I treat a job as like life debt. You're now indebted to this job through your fucking life, your lifetime, and all the rest. Anyways, this could be another said topic, but the whole thing with like socks, my whole thing was like a job at the end of the day for all of time, of which it's by design getting more and more difficult if you can even fucking find a job, of which, again, not only does it rinse all your time, but also it rinses all your money. Like, a job should at least provide you with the bare necessities needed to survive, whether that's, again, I think I talked before in another piece where it's like back in the day, slaves or slavery, whatever else had. I gotta find my pitch on that. There was some sort of note or quote on that, but it's like these serfs had housing, they had everything kind of, for the most part, like kind of taken care of for them, like paid for or provided, everything else. Now, none of that's just fucking provided. So you fucking slave away your fucking life, all your time. Again, the weekends are bullshit. Like 5 of 7 days is your life, because the weekend is a minimal time of your 7 days. 2 of 7's minority versus the 5 of 7 of which is a majority. And again, the 2 days, again, by design, are just there to provide you enough energy. It's like a recharge to allow you back into work in the first place, to be another productive goy, of which it's not even about being productive in the case. Most fucking jobs or most fucking work and whatever is absolutely and entirely fake to begin with. But it's like, just so you don't revolt, the slaves don't revolt, you stay unconscious, you watch your sports on the weekend, you watch your Netflix, or you watch your Netflix at night, whatever else, you go home, and you'll never revolt because you got your weekends, right? If you had no days, people would be fucking so pissed. And if you had too many days, you the same as would be said, people would probably wake up and be like, oh, this is the fucking perfect balance or whatever. Like, I don't really need to work five days, whatever, right? So I can do everything I just did in said job in 2 days or 3 days, right? Heck, even 4 days. So the same as that, it's like employers will pay you not enough or not too little, which will make you leave, but not too much either. So just enough to make you stay. So it's like that kind of like fine line where it's like they don't want to pay you too much when they can pay you as little as possible, but just as little and as minimal as possible that you don't fucking leave. Or in this case, with the work weeks, like said revolt, dude, it's just, we live in this is just this current version of like modern slavery or all the rest. But I was thinking again, it's like, it should provide you at least the fucking bare necessities to, one, afford your rent, which by design it's barely doing that. You barely have fucking enough for rent, which is going to create a huge fucking case for UBI. Enough to have kids, and that's fucking rinsed. Have enough so you can meet another person and have a relationship. By design it's fucking cooked. Forget hypergamy, feminism, dating market, the job market, it's all fucking cooked. So men are absolutely fucking rinsed in this fucking system, market, matrix, whatever, by design. And then, what else? So it's like, my whole thing was like, for whatever reason, like when I was working before, I could like, it's not that I could barely afford socks. Like I was so tight with my money, but now I'm hardly or like far less tight with my money. Again, with the whole, coming back to the whole time and inversion, because I don't exchange my time for money, whatever money that comes in through said disability or whatever else is kind of like, has no connection to my time. It's like, I own all my time, and therefore money has no correlation or connection to my life, right? So, and I think that's the best escape or the best way to get through this all, right? Have some supply of money, because then I feel like I've reached this like perfect middle ground, so to speak, or whatever else, and I have this fucking disability, so it's like I'm actually losing time, body, physical health, and dude, it's like everything is just depleting progressively so. And increasingly so at that. But again, I lost my train of thought there, just on the whole timing of whatever. Whereas like, anyways, before when so it's like I've kind of reached this point where it's like you really don't fucking need that much. So it's like if I get a little bit more, maybe 50% more, bro, I'm fucking perfect. Sure, I don't have a family, sure I don't have a girlfriend, sure I don't have kids, sure I don't have all these things, or like a wife or whatever else that necessitates to earn more money. Of which, even if you work a job, you can't even fucking have those things. So that's how you know it's fucking cooked. So it's like I said in the previous example, whether it's like no job or some part-time job or full-time job. In one of the cases I broke down in another video, it's like I somehow I'm quote unquote I'm bringing in or net take home making more money working a shitty job with like less like qualified experience or whatever else. Which I didn't get the job, by the way, but it doesn't matter. But like, you know, it's fucking cooked when you're working a job at like a literally minimum wage job at some wage cuck Norway place. Everything's wage cuck, but somehow brings me more than working a full-time goy slave job at a fucking office 5 times a week, full-time in office 5 times a week, etc. and I'm working less hours. So it's like, hey, I work 3 days a week. I make more money and I reserve more of my time than I do or I would if I worked a full-time job in office, because in office necessitates the need to pay for rent or to fucking commute, and then your time is rinsed, more of your money is rinsed. It's fucking cooked. And even if I made 50% more, fuck that shit, because my time is worth way fucking more. Why would I want to rinse all my fucking days for what? 50% more money, of which, what am I going to fucking use it for? I can't use it for anything. It's fucking cooked. It's retarded, bro. Your time is everything. You can always make money back, but you can never fucking make time back. So that's another piece too. But look at this shit. It's 9 o'clock at night on a fucking Thursday and I'm sitting in traffic. Dude, fucking, I'm gonna be half an hour late to where I gotta go. Dude, traffic's, again, a whole other fucking thing. But yeah, and so for whatever reason, it's like I felt more, I had this feeling more rather of like being tight with buying a fucking pair of socks before when I was working and also when I wasn't working than I am or I do now. But that aside, the whole thing was just like having enough money for survival, of which, again, yeah, you got to work a job, but it's like before, it's like, forget socks. Socks aren't socks, couldn't even that be thought of as like one of the bare necessities. There's jokes in which like, okay, if you get socks for Christmas or whatever else, but it's like food, shelter, water, clothing, forget all the other like Western first world, capitalist American like things like qualms are like, or like, oh, I want to have a nice car. These like extra things. I want to have a nice phone, a nice TV. And like those are more like boomer centric, Gen X centric, maybe like early millennial. It's like, I want to have a nice car, nice furniture, all these like extra like luxuries, of which is just fucking consumerist, like big box commodity. It's all goy slop, but then it's bullshit. Again, the things you own end up owning you, of which by design you even hardly even end up owning today, because one, it's finance or you're in debt to it, or more than that, it's a fucking subscription. Subscriptions you'll never own, or speaking of subscriptions, it's totally and absolutely fucking financed. Or sorry, I meant to say, not even it's totally and absolutely not even finance. I meant to say a simulation. It's like fully digital, right? So you can never own anything digital, even if you've purchased it's not a subscription, it's not a physical, okay, maybe you own it, but I think ownership takes place in the physical realm than it does in the virtual realm. But anyways, again, that's also something else. But yeah, when we live in this society, when you can't even fucking get like bare necessity by design, is this guy gonna come in? Then it becomes the case like, what's the fucking point? Like, what's the point of me working if I can't even get fucking shit? So, and all the other shit you do get is just goy slop because of the meaninglessness you fucking feel or experience in your life from working a job. So you become a fucking slave. And by slaving, you now want and need all this shit that you see on, whether it's on social media or anything else. And you're like, oh, I'm working a job, so I need to validate the meaninglessness of my life. I'm working this bullshit job. Doesn't fucking, even if it does fucking pay or not pay, it's like, I need to justify this meaninglessness I'm doing 5 days a week, fucking 52 weeks a year or whatever else for the next 40, 50, 45, 50 years, if that retirement's fucking out the window. So it's like, and then you now buy this bullshit, or so fucking cooked. Really, I mean, the fucking lesson learned here is not to fucking talk or try and get content while driving, while my mic is consciously actively not on. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to record audio, and then next thing you know, 5 minutes in, not even, I'm just fucking talking to myself, and it's like, well, that's gonna be a fucking pain in the ass. I'm gonna have to spend 3-4 hours listening to this shit, jotting it down, re-recording it, like, fuck that. So yeah, you gotta be free, man, because look at all these fucking people, their lives, look at this fucking traffic, they're on the clock. It's like, oh, I gotta get all these things done now because I gotta go back to school, gotta be back to work, back to slaving at X o'clock in the morning, whatever. Fuck that. I want to be in charge of my time and get to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it. And I mean, at the end of the day, money might solve problems, then again, it also creates problems by design. But yeah, money now actually creates so many fucking problems. Like, okay, back in the day, money or, you know, working said job, again, forgetting all the other problems a job actually now creates for you, the stress and the cortisol anxiety. But, you know, like in the past, at least for the most part, you work a decent paying job at that, like an average job at whatever, and it would solve you most of your financial problems, so to speak. You know, you work the job and it solved X, Y, and Z. And the goal was, you know, you want to just be able to make said amount of money or just enough money to reach this kind of threshold of making enough to solve all your said problems in your life, and you kind of just go through it and then you die. You know, most of the problems of which they've created for themselves. I still remember, you know, like 12 years ago or something like that, I remember talking to one of the senior managers, he wasn't the CEO, but he was like the VP or whatever at the time, and we went out for lunch or something, and I remember he was telling me like he makes all this fucking money and it just solves one of his problems. Like, this is just like one less stress in his life, and then he had all these other, he was just trying to explain that there's so many other problems that goes on in his life except this one thing. It seemed like he went through a lot of stress as well. So it's like, is the money really worth it? You know, the absence of the job, you would also be devoid of so much stress and so much money, but I'd rather have less money and less stress and so much more money to afford myself bullshit, and then so much more stress, and how the fuck are you enjoying life at that? And then you have to buy shit as kind of an escape for, anyways. And yeah, so it's like they're working for the most part to solve a money problem, which increasingly by design will never be fulfilled, for most at least. So that's why I tell people, it's like, minimize your fucking said money problems, then you realize you have no problems, or at least it wasn't really a problem in the first place. And that's one thing I said before as well. It's like, you can have so many problems in life until you have one problem, and it's a health problem. Then you have one problem. Health is wealth. And, you know, it's kind of what I experience now myself. And without a job, I only have this one problem, but with a job, I'll have all these new problems, but my health problem is still the main problem that I can't escape. And the others of which are really just imposed on you, which you've now created by design. And again, before I forget, really, this whole thing on like just not needing that much to survive today or in society, which it's almost like you need more and more and more to survive, not even related to Maslow's direct needs in modern society. Really, you just don't need that much to quote unquote like survive, like live. But obviously, with that said, you almost need more than you did before, even though life is kind of for the most part guaranteed. But there's all these new like constraints or kind of requirements to exist in society that you otherwise didn't need in the past, right? So really, it's like, which the system overwrites these previous needs with material satiations and simulations, you know. And I thought to myself too, it's like, bro, like, what the fuck am I gonna do with all this money? You know, being or playing smart with it, which most people rinse by their own doing or by being told an absolute fucking goys, and or rinsing it to work and go in the first place. You know, they make money to use to go to work, to make money to go to work, etc. It's fucking mindless. And like I said before, I'd rather I'd rather work less and make less and have more free time than work a hell of a lot more doing fake work, just fake going, just fucking simulate slavery. Like, it's modern slavery. It's fucking bullshit. And yeah, so make more, of which gets taxed and fucking rinsed, and have no fucking time. Because a job, really, 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, really more than that, is not your fucking time. That's your fucking life. You just sold your life, you sold your soul, and all the rest. And again, like, that's what I said to myself. I really don't fucking need that much to survive or whatever else. Like what makes me happy is being fucking free more than anything else. Like, more than any fucking job. Fuck that shit. You know, I'd rather be free than making $1 million a year, or even like $500 million a year. Like, dude, what do I fucking need to buy like more shit? Buying shit doesn't make you happy. Buying shit only makes you more fucking depressed. Fuck consumerism. Fuck being the consumer. Like, fuck consumerism. Fuck being the consumer. Like, fuck that shit. You know, fuck having shit. The things you so-called own only end up owning you. Fuck that. All I want is my life, my health. That's the shit, you know, the memories and the experiences, that's the shit I really take with me. And even when you hardly take anything, but that's what carries on to others and in the world. And that's your fucking legacy, not what you bought, you know, fuck that. Whether it's through family or through kids or whatever else, fuck commodities, man. It becomes a fucking backpack and liability and everything else. And yeah, another thing I want to talk about is doing more with less and less with more, and those perspectives, which you can really apply to anything in life, be that with money, with your body, with your time, with your car, with your life. There's really many ways to refer to this or see it as. Fucking closed it. Shit. The fucking city. What a fucking system. It's like this lane's closed, so it limits your bodily access. I mean, there's a whole thing with passwords and with access, not even physically speaking, but yes, quite literally, it's like the control of and the limiting of and the direction of the body and how you use it, what you do with the body, etc. through, I forgot what I call it, passwords and something else. Like, it's like in the city, and it's like a fucking maze. It's like, well, you can access this building, you have to fucking key fob, two-factor authentication, or like QR code, or it's I guess biopolitics, if you want to call it that, and access through the phone. Dude, once everything goes through the fucking screen, it's cooked. It's a fucking system, and just all these strangers in this one system. But yeah, anyways, the whole thing with it doesn't even matter. And then even if they did get you, they don't even want to have fucking children because they remain as children and they love themselves more than they do, or so the love that they would have for another, be that a child, they'll never experience, never get. So it just remains reserved for themselves. Just fucked. People, other traffic, cameras, rules, systems, the bureaucracy, parking lots, parking tickets, parking bylaws, parking signs, parking meters, and then more than that, just the whole system in which of like what you do with the body, how you use the body, what you can physically access, what you can digitally access, what you can physically access digitally speaking, and what you can digitally access physically speaking. So dude, I gotta take a fucking piss somewhere. What the fuck? city is the fucking worst with my condition. Literally fucking incompatible. Look at this fuck. People are just on their phones walking. They have to use their phones to communicate, to access, to navigate, to know where to go, when to go, etc. Fucking. Oh my god. It's like, oh, I gotta get a bike. I need the fucking app. I gotta pay through my phone. And then the future's like, how's your credit score? How's your UBI tokens? How's everything else? It's like the ability to like move throughout the city in real space, in which people will be more and more reduced, or what's the term? Like not even reduced, like taken in or taken back, like brought into the machine. So it's like less and less being will take place in real time or in real space or whatever else. It'll be more and more through the machine, through the server. But so less of a need to not even drive, but to move in the real world. So whether we talk about the bike or whatever. Dude, I gotta take my fucking seatbelt off because I gotta fucking pee right now. Oh my god. I gotta fucking pee so bad. Oh my god, I'm so cooked. Now it's like, where do I fucking stop, right? It's one long ass fucking street, dude. Where do I fucking pee? So cooked. So cooked. Fuck. There's cars in front of me. Doesn't have his lights on. There's cars behind me. Oh my god. I have to pop this here because I gotta fucking stop anytime now. Or else I'm gonna fucking piss myself. I'm fucking done. Bro. Thank God. I'm gonna let this guy fucking pass as I take a fucking piss. Your question's like, where do I fucking piss? Oh my god, no way. He's fucking parking. Oh my god. I gotta pee so fucking bad. Fuck my life. Bro, where do I fucking go? Oh my god. Okay, I gotta fucking stop right here. Oh my god. So fucking sick. What is that? That is a dull soul. I don't even know it. It's an old prelude. It's kind of unique. I kind of like the previous gen prelude, just the size more than the latest. And then now the new prelude's absolutely fucking cooked. Anyways, just just leaving the area here, and it's funny. Some guy approaching as I was taking pictures of one of my art pieces or whatever, my photos, and he's like asking me my conditions. Just this guy from China or Cambodia, Chinese dude, and we were just talking and for a bit, and then side topic, he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "No, nothing to be sorry." He's like, "No, good for you." And then the last thing he said before he left, and he said a couple times prior, he's like, "Just live your life, live your life, live your." I'm like, "That's it, man. Fucking yo, that's a fucking sick house." Hold on, I gotta take a fucking picture of this shit. That's the thing about Toronto houses. As much as I fucking despise the city because it's absolutely fucking cooked, dude, that's so beautiful. Same with like parts of Montreal, but dude, I fucking hate how fucking raped this city. Yeah, I used to fucking love Toronto so much. Like, look at this shit. So, oh my god, I almost stalled. Let's run down the stairs on the right side. Hold on. I'm so fucking. What am I doing right now? Anyways, I just saw this shit and I was like, okay. It's so beautiful. Oh, there's such a uniqueness about these old Toronto houses, Victorian homes. Dude, it's just fucking the story, the nostalgia. It's so like end of the road now because this city's fucking destroyed. That's the thing. It's like I used to love living. Dude, I fell in love with like the whole idea of fucking Toronto, just the uniqueness of all these. Dude, the Toronto homes are so fucking beautiful, and then it just ended. It was like they were so fucking beautiful, and then all of a sudden, what do you call it? Modernism, minimal, like all this fucking bullshit shit, and destroyed everything. Like fuck. And then the fucking whole servers aside, I used to fucking love the city so much. Oh man, the fucking aesthetic of it, like up until 2018, maybe 2019, when I was working downtown in person, and then COVID fucking happened, and that really fucking woke me up, and then everything literally went to fucking shit. Now it's absolutely fucking rinsed, dude. Like, not even the woke side of things or the commie side of things or all the fucking, it's just total fucking decline. Doesn't fucking, the job market's cooked, dating market's fucking cooked, economy's fucking cooked, society's fucking cooked, weather is like, dude, fucking sucks, man. Like, the city used to be so fucking sick, and I used to fucking like love Canada. Now I fucking hate this country. The people come here hate the country, and then the people that are actually from here also fucking hate this country. So what the fuck? You're left with absolutely fucking nothing. That's bad. Yeah. Well. Anyways, the one thing that the guy was saying to me, he's like, just live your life, man. He's like, do stuff for the community. I was like, dude, I know, yada yada yada. Dude, like the new houses by comparison are so shit. Fucking rents, dude. I don't know. Most are fucking woke. They don't want kids. They believe in just working their fucking lives out, consuming, making money to be independent in the absence of men. I mean, men are already fucking cooked. So, and then everything just gets fucking worse when you double the fucking labor. Anyways, it's so fucked. So fucking rents. Anyways, gonna go home now. Fucking chill. What else has happened today? Today's what, the 14th of fucking May? Dude, it's just getting so hard to fucking drive this car, or in just any car in general, because of my weak hip flexors, and I took the last 2 days off the gym just to do shit. Dude, these fucking homes are so beautiful. Like, fuck. It sucks that the city's fucking cooked. Literally everything's gone to shit, or everything's fucking, what do you call it, enshitified. Yeah, one thing, dude, like, these homes are fucking beautiful. One thing I wanted to do was do like some sort of study or whatever else, where it's like maybe I do that sometime, like do some sort of like analysis of like Toronto homes or whatever else, just like a fucking whole ass book of like beautiful Toronto homes, like day and night sort of thing. Just from the outside, like almost like a facade study, fuck AI, like real shit. And I used to wonder about like all the stories, like not even the homes. Actually, yeah, like the stories the homes carried before, but also like even now, like what it looks like. It's so fucking cooked.